So the Vikings Titans COVID-19 plot just thickens like a great gravy on top of some French fries, makes some poutine out of the situation. So as of right now, the Vikings still have zero goose egg D'Angelo Russell positive tests for COVID after kind of playing against the Tennessee Titans on Sunday, who the Titans reportedly now have 4 players and 5 staffers test positive after playing on Sunday, which is just great. Vikings not practicing on Wednesday. The facility is still closed, shut it down. But apparently the Vikings are not out of the woods yet, even though reportedly game against the Texans Sunday, as of right now, isn't canceled or rescheduled. But Zachary Binney, who's an epidemiologist based in Atlanta. So he had a really interesting tweet thread. Now, I don't know Binney. I don't know his bona fides, but Andrew Kramer and Ben Gessling from the Star Tribune, 2 actual journalists as opposed to whatever this is, right? So they retweeted him, quote tweeted him. So I do trust his info. So here's what he wrote. Not horrible news, but we're still very much in danger zone for more positive for both teams. This was the first day you might have expected positives on the Vikings. Long way to go. To elaborate on the Vikes, the virus takes at least 2 and up to 7+ days to show up on a test. Vikings were exposed Sunday. Yeah, they were. That means Tuesday's test, whose results we got back today, were the first test that could possibly be positive VE. We'll be white-knuckling it through Friday's tests. I am not against the Vikings playing Sunday as long as their tests through Friday or so come back negative, because we don't yet have any evidence they have any cases. The Titans, where we know there's an outbreak, are a different story. I think it's likely that Vikings HQ will be closed tomorrow as well, potentially all the way to Friday. So then you get another batch of tests. Hopefully there's a relatively quick turnaround on those tests. So maybe the Vikings will be able to get in the facility Friday, get a quick practice in, and then you have one day of practice, and then you travel on Saturday to Houston. So that's just great. Also, the latest Titan to test positive was nose tackle Daquan Jones, reportedly tested positive. Jones played 51 snaps on Sunday, and of course, the guys to watch, the guys to monitor when it comes to COVID testing is Garrett Bradbury, Drew Samia, Dakota Dozier, 3 guys who are in very close proximity to the nose tackle. So you think that you're like got half a foot away all damn day long, 51 plus snaps against a 330-pound dude who has the Rona and is no doubtably breathing heavy because he's a 340-pound nose tackle. Great, cool, awesome, right? So here's what bugs me. So the Titans' logic would dictate that Jones, being a defensive player, might have had contact with defensive play caller, de facto defense coordinator Sham Bowen, who, as you remember, tested positive coronavirus, missed the game on Sunday. So you think that that may have been an issue, as well as they at the end of the week last week, they placed a practice squad cornerback on the COVID reserve list as well. And now we've gotten some comments. I was like, oh, who cares? It's just a practice squad cornerback. Is he in the facility or not? Is he practicing or not? Right? So you may think that maybe this nose tackle was in proximity to another defensive player in practices and or defensive play caller Shane Bowen, who also tested positive. You think that might come up before the game? Before you're just nose to nose with Garrett Bradbury all damn afternoon? Huh? Bradbury didn't ask for any of this. Frankly, I'm not a lawyer. Play one on TV or YouTube, actually. But, I mean, could the Vikings have a basis for a lawsuit here? I mean, we've seen flimsier lawsuits get filed, but I guess we'll see. But so the Titans knew there was an elevated risk because they actually had positives in their building, and then they still played hard and fast with the rules of the protocols because the Titans were like, we do have a couple COVID positives in our building. Maybe some of our guys have been exposed, but they haven't tested positive yet, even though it takes 2 to 7 days for a positive test to show up. But have you seen the Zimmer defense? We got to get us some of that. So, again, as this develops, like if this impacts the Viking season, well, it already has because they're already missing at least one day of practice as they try and get off the mat in 0-3. I mean, the Vikings would have the basis for a serious grievance against the Titans. I think they absolutely would, but we'll see. And also, I love how the NFL So the Titans play the Steelers, who are both 3-0, and there's been talk. Oh, we're sorry, Titans. Like, we know that you have positive tests and you potentially knowingly exposed the Vikings to COVID, and it could impact their season. But could we move your game to Monday so that you can have an extra day of practice? Oh, can we do that for you? And then the Vikings are like, hey, we might have a half a day of practice. Can we get our game pushed back? And they're like, no, you lose. You get nothing. Good day, sir. Which is just on par with how the league treats the Vikings, of course. But we'll see. I think Thursday's probably kaput for the Vikings. I think the facility will probably be closed still. But we'll see on Friday. Fingers crossed. But your thoughts? Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support that work? Pull us on the Venmo. But until next time, Skol.